Hey, what's up guys? Tregg here with Tregg Fisher Fitness. Today is day 3 of 2 weeks to shredded. Going to get a back workout in right now. I'll hit biceps later tonight, but I'm going to hit back right now. And I've got my pre-workout, just Cellucor C4. This is the green apple flavor. So I've got this. I'm going to do a commentary over this footage, so I'll explain everything I'm doing and why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. But yeah, going to hit back pretty hard, and I'll show you guys the footage. So here you go. Alright guys, so going to commentate over this footage now. Going to explain to you my back workouts and what I like to do on my back days. So what I like to do on my back days is really 4 simple movements. I like to hit my back from every single angle possible, and there's really 4 angles that you can hit your back from. They are vertical pulls, horizontal pulls, diagonal pulls, and pulls from the ground. So the first thing I'm going to do is a vertical pull, and that is weighted pull-ups right here. You can also do regular pull-ups, lat pull-downs. Those are all examples of vertical pulls as well. I like to do weighted pull-ups. They're a little bit more challenging for me. They are a little bit more of an advanced movement, but when I do them, I like to give a little bit wider of a grip. That's going to really make your lats look a little bit wider and build some width into that back. The next thing you're going to see me do here is my pull from the ground. These are T-bar rows. These are going to build a lot of thickness in that back. These, in my opinion, at least for me, this has been the exercise that has built the most thickness in my back. As you can see here, I'm leading with my elbows, really activating my back as much as possible. Here you can see me again. I'm leading with my elbows, pulling that weight back, squeezing my back on every single rep. And again, you can see this is really a great movement for that overall thickness. But moving on to the next movement now, this is my horizontal pull. I absolutely love this machine. There's so many different grips that you can use. I like to use that grip right there on the crease. As you can see, it's not straight up, straight down. It's not parallel, perpendicular. It is right there on that crease. You're really going to feel this right in your mid-back. And it's a great movement that you really don't feel it working these kind of muscle groups from really any other exercise. As you can see here again, I'm leading with my elbow, really bringing that back first, activating that lat, and you can see I have my hand right there on that crease, and I'm activating my mid-back. This is a great exercise to hit those muscle groups that don't always get hit, and that's what you want to do. You want to hit those muscle groups that don't always get hit so that you can have a full back. And as you can see here, if you can pay attention to that, you can see that my thumb is not wrapped around that bar. It is actually on top of it. And by not wrapping my thumb around, I'm pulling with more of my fingers, and that really activates more. It has more lat activation for me. I feel as though if I'm pulling with my fingers, I'm activating a lot more of my lats. I'm able to really focus on pulling the movement with my lats rather than pulling with my arms, if that makes sense. This next movement, this is my diagonal pull. I like to have an inverted grip here with my palms facing up. I just feel it squeezing in my back a little bit more. Again, you just want to make sure on each rep you're squeezing that back. And the reason this is a diagonal pull is because it's not straight down, it's not horizontal. As you can see, I'm pulling this at a diagonal motion. The very last thing I did on my back day was just some face pulls. This is going to target your rear delts and your traps. And again, this isn't really necessarily a quote-unquote back exercise, but I feel like if you want a full aesthetic looking back, you have to have some good rear delts and you have to have some good traps. So I like to throw this in on my back days as well. But this is really going to wrap up this footage and this commentary. Enjoy the rest of the video. Alright guys, so I'm home from the gym now. I already had my 2 scoops of protein, the Cellucor peanut butter marshmallow flavor. So I already had my protein shake. What I'm going to have now is just some SpaghettiOs. The macros on these are 6 grams of fat, 30 carbs, and 10 grams of protein. And as you can see here, that is per serving, and there are 2 servings in this can. I'm going to have the entire can. So just take all those macros times 2, and that's going to be what I have for lunch. I'm also going to have 1 Dannon Light and Fit Greek yogurt. The macros on these, this is just 80 calories, no fat, it doesn't tell me anything else. It just says 0 fat. I have it in MyFitnessPal. I can read you guys that if you really want to know. Okay, so one Dannon Light and Fit Greek yogurt is 80 calories, no fat, 8 carbs, and 12 grams of protein. So it's a pretty good lean protein source. I mean, it doesn't have any fat in it. It's got very few carbs. So gonna have that, and that's going to be my post-workout meal. Then I will be going back to work, training a couple clients, and heading back to the gym to hit some biceps. Alright guys, and here's a physique update after 2 days. This is day 3 of 2 weeks to shredded. So here's a little bit of a physique update. As you can see here, still got some of this lower belly fat. The obliques still have not came in yet, so I've still got some leaning out to do. It's not going to happen overnight. You can't expect it to happen overnight. All you want to do is see consistent progress, which I have seen a little bit of progress. This morning my weigh-in was 151 pounds, which is about 1.5 pounds less than where I started. So I am making a little bit of progress. I can tell that I am a little bit leaner. Alright, so just got home, finished up my second workout of the day, hit biceps. As you can see, I didn't do enough. But I'm going to get a little post-workout meal right here. Got 3 chicken breasts, going to sprinkle some Lori's seasoning salt on those. I'm going to eat that up. I've still got some room in my macros to play with tonight. So not sure exactly what I'm going to have yet, but I'll show you guys when I figure it out. Alright guys, so wrapping up my evening now, finishing my macros off with one more meal. What I'm having is 2 servings of Pop Weaver butter popcorn with a Monster Rehab. And then, as you can see, that makes my total calories on the day 2,475, which is 25 short of 2,500. My total macros then are 51 fat, 280 carb, and 218 protein. So all of those macros are, again, really close to where I'm aiming at each and every day. But as you can see, I am eating foods like popcorn and SpaghettiOs for lunch. If you saw day 2 of 2 weeks to shredded, you saw that last night before bed I had 2 Pop-Tarts and a Skinny Cow ice cream that I mixed together. So I am fitting things within my macros and still dropping body fat. So as long as you are fulfilling your macronutrients each day, you'll be dropping body fat as long as you are in a caloric deficit like I am right now. So this is going to wrap up day 3 of 2 weeks to shredded. Please like this video. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of these episodes. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.